You are now tuned into a brand new episode of Full Court Trio. Project B just signed some global stars as owners and players. We will take a deeper look right after this. Hey everybody, this is your girl Keisha. I'm rocking with my boy Duvall, and we're gonna talk about Project B signing Brazil's Camila Cardoso, France's Janelle Salon, and then the star from China, Li Ming. These deals aren't just about high salaries, it was reportedly in the 2 million range. They are about player ownership and global reach because each one of these ladies are stars in their countries. The League Project B will be tournaments across Asia, Europe, and the Americas, and is making a serious play to be the world's most lucrative alternative for players caught in the WNBA CBA impasse. What you think about that, Deval? What you think about them signing these global players like Camilla Cardoso and Janelle Salon from the W?
I think it's a game changer. I think they are increasing the stock value of the players that is signed up for their league, and they're going to is putting people on notice. It's going to put on Rival on notice because at the end of the day, as we see it on Rival this year, they signed a bunch of role players that I don't think that was their intention when they started the league last year, like the Dana Evans and the Rachel Banners and the Rebecca Allens. It kind of making the league kind of watered down because, like I said, the big stars is no longer playing in on Rival, at least as of this moment. I'm not saying they're not playing in it no more, but as of this moment, the big names is not in on Rival at this time. So I think it put pressure on Rival to kind of compete with Project B and maybe have to increase their purse and money value when it comes to trying to get some of those top players to stay in their league or some of those top players to join their league. Because, like I said again, yes, everybody don't want to go overseas. Everybody don't want to live out their suitcase, of course. But everybody ain't making Caitlin Clark, Angel Meese money. Everybody ain't making even Asia Wilson, Paige Becker money. So desperate times gonna get desperate measures at some point when it comes to those players and decisions that they gonna make for their financial future overall.
So let me ask you something. So you think Project B then snagged the biggest stars in Camilla Cardoso and Janelle Salon?
They're not the biggest stars, but they are names that people recognize. They are names that really give you an eyebrow like, oh, okay, this league is serious. And I think that's something can shake up the world. They, you know what I'm saying? When they got like the NECA and Jewel Lloyd and Alyssa Thomas, all of them, we know those players are closer to the end than the beginning. But when you get a Camilla and a Janelle who was in the running for Rookie of the Year and made all Rookie team and everything else, that really say, okay, this league could be something. This league could really, you know what I'm saying, open up some eyes when it comes to other leagues paying attention to, like I said, them being a threat instead of them being considered an unserious league. It's no different than, like I was telling you before, Live Golf. Live Golf ain't start getting serious till they start getting the Phil Mickelsons and the Brooks Koepka and, like I said, the Dustin Johnsons. When they start getting those players who won championships in the PGA, who won not Grand Slam, but who won the Masters and the U.S. Open, all them major championships. That's when, you know what I'm saying, PGA had to, you know what I'm saying, take the lead seriously because, like I said again, now you getting some of those big players that otherwise wouldn't go to a league like that if it wasn't financially incentive for them to join it.
Well, Project B has announced of all, they have announced that they want to make the league pretty much 50% international players because they're trying to have this global imprint with these tournaments they're going to have across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. So this league is going to be participating in like a basketball tournament. This is what they're doing. They don't have a stationary place. They're going to go from country to country, putting on these games against with these 6 teams and 66 players.
Mm-hmm.
So I get where you coming from with Unrival. I'm pretty sure Unrival is out there saying, look, we got some competition out here. So does the W got some competition, especially on the salary front.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But this new league look like they just coming out swinging with the salaries, if that makes sense. I don't think they expecting to make any money, to be honest with you. They coming straight out, giving them the salary that they think would attract them, and also giving them equity in the league. So I get where you coming from. The Unrival will probably have to adjust, but they're gonna need time to adjust because this league just I'm pretty sure they knew it was coming, but they need to see how everybody is going to react to it. Because like you say, everybody's not going to want to do the same thing. Same thing with 3-on-3 basketball. Some people don't want to play 3-on-3 basketball. Some people want to play 5-on-5. I just like that the women have options. Mm-hmm. And it's not a monopoly, because it seemed like for the longest time the W just had a kind of like a monopoly.
Yeah.
On the talent they do have the long standing. They've been doing this almost 30 years. So I get it. But that kind of pigeonhole the ladies. They either had to go play for another country on their team, or they had to stick and do whatever the W told them to do. You know what I'm saying? So I am actually happy. Maybe I'm a capitalist. I like that they have options. Camilla is used to going from place to place. You know, she left her country to come to United States to give her family a better life. You know what I'm saying? Janelle Solanas from France, and Limine came over for a little bit, and then she went back, you know? So I think they're used to that lifestyle. And if some of the American-born players, like I said, Rival was created for some of those who don't want to live out the suitcase, if that makes sense.
Made perfect sense. And I'm going to say this one last thing, because I know we have to go to our sponsors at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. What's going to really open the league up to put a threat to Unrival, if they could get a TV deal. Like, remember, like, going back to Live Golf when I was talking about with the golfing, the first year you had to watch it on YouTube because they have a TV deal. Mm-hmm. But now Live Golf got a TV deal with Fox Sports 1. And so now that's like, it really gained up on, like, the PGA, because, you know, the PGA got the major network, the ESPN, CBS, ABC. But, you know what I'm saying, Live Golf got FS1. Now you're making footprint, or you making waves from the TV network standpoint to really promote your sport and promote your game. And so if Project B could get a FS1 or get a ESPN to really allow this league to be televised on their networks, did that really go put a threat to Unrival? Because, yes, Unrival got TNT, but TNT ain't ESPN. TNT ain't FS1. Those networks are more global to the actual casual fan than it is to somebody that don't really follow sports like that. Mm-hmm. And so that's what they try to do when it comes to growing their league and their sport. If they could get one of those networks to sponsor their league, then it really would put some pressure on Unrival in particular, than, you know what I'm saying, than as it currently constituted.
Getting to know new places. This is such a blessing that I don't take for granted. I'm also super proud of being able to represent Brazil, and I can't wait to get it started. Let's get it.
Hi everyone, Janessa here. I just wanted to share that I'm really excited to be part of something being a global like Project B, and I just can't wait to get started.
大家好，我是李梦，很高兴加入 Project B， 也很荣幸能和世界上优秀的你们在一起。希望我们女篮人越来越好。
Hey, I let the ladies tell you how excited they are. Let me get to the spot.
Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the simplest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use our promo code FCT and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, Follow the Four Court Trio as we share our picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money, make picks, win cash. Thanks, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us, and thank you for using promo code FCT on Underdog Fantasy.
Hey, Duval, I'm going to play a clip and we'll speaking to a little bit about what we was talking about earlier. We're going to talk about what these signings mean for player empowerment. Also, we're going to talk about the future of basketball overseas and the growing pressure on these traditional leagues. Elena Beard sat down with the Spain podcast and kind of gave her insight. She's the co-owner and the chief officer of basketball operations. So I'm going to let us listen to what she said about competing with the traditional leagues in women's basketball. Let me bring this up here. Here we go.
You know, for a long time, players here in the States wanted off-season options in the U.S. because women had to go abroad, sometimes to places like Russia that they didn't always feel necessarily safe or really even understand what the financial backing of their ownership was or otherwise. Now with Athletes Unlimited and Unrivaled, there are great options in the States. Are you hearing from players that they're, again, some of them looking to find a way for basketball to take them abroad?
Right. I think what I would always say to that is that I absolutely love what Unrivaled and Athletes Unlimited are doing. We're all different kind of models in terms of how we think about this thing. What we want to focus on is sort of that global nature of what we're building. What I wholeheartedly believe is that we're only going to amplify what the WNBA is doing domestically and sort of build out that global footprint to in turn create global superstars. Right. When you think about sort of the top 10 highest paid professional women athletes in the world, 8 of those are tennis players. Right. And we're no different, than kind of that WTA model. Right. Because they're hosting these 2-week tournaments in sort of these cities around the world. But they have now more access to resources, to networks, to brand and commercial deals that is making them these global superstars. So if there's anything that I can share here is that we're not competing with anyone, right? We're an exclusive league. We got 6 teams, 66 players. There's so much more talent across the board here. It is our intent to ensure that we're only amplifying what these women are doing on the court and compensating them accordingly. We are treating them like partners, right? They're owners in this. They're our largest stakeholders, one of our largest stakeholder groups. And so they're going to reap the benefit of the value that they're creating, not only on the court, but off the court, because they're brands. They are individual brands that deserve to be paid for whatever they bring onto the court. And that's how we're focusing on.
Now you heard Elena Beard. What you think about her comments, Duval? Do you think seem like her motto is she's trying to build global superstars, kind of like she makes reference to most of the athletes that are paid the most have been tennis players that go to these tournaments across the world, and that's how they get into all these different brand deals outside of the U.S. and they become global superstars. What do you think?
I think when it comes to that type of mindset, it only gonna work for certain people. Like I said, it only gonna work for people that the average fan gravitate towards. So that model won't work for a lot of people. I mean, I know your attention might be that, but that's just not what it is when it comes to marketing people globally. I mean, like I said, she mentioned tennis. Like I said, somebody like Osaka is not as marketable like Serena was. And like, you know what I'm saying? Or even like Coco Golf. Coco Golf is more marketable right now than somebody like Osaka, who is more, and these are U.S. born players that playing for these, you know what I'm saying, tournaments. But it just, at the end of the day, people don't gravitate to certain people. And it just don't work for everybody. When you try to have that mindset, it just, you know what I'm saying, people like who they like. So that's what it comes down to.
I think people like who they like, but Osaka is a pretty big deal, though, Duval. I mean, she's got a lot of brand deals, a lot. And when she decided to take off and had her mental and had her baby, yeah, she kind of fell off a little bit.
Yep.
And now she's making her comeback, but she never lost her deals, though.
That's true. But I'm just talking about popularity wise, cause I think that's what she'll speak it on too. And I just think that you can't just make everybody just popular. That's not reality.
Is
Like,
it that she's trying to make them popular or make them to where they can get these brand deals? Because it's different in the other parts of the world. Somebody might can sell something in another part of the world that they can't sell here.
well, let me ask you this. This
Mm-hmm.
is a question this is an answer. This is a answer you might have for me. Did it do anything for custom-mental popularity, or say brand deals playing in Turkey, or how about
Did they even pursue it?
we
I
don't
don't.
know.
I don't know how the turkey.
They,
The turkey. How can I put it? The turkey team. I don't know if they are in the business of marketing their players.
but I
I
would
think they
think,
just want to win tournaments or win games.
yeah, but I would think playing on an international stage like that would do something to her brand deals and stuff like that. If she got any kind of agent, it's not about the team itself marketing her. I think her agent would be doing that stuff, right?
Now
And
you
so
know
if her
everybody don't have a good agent.
And so what I'm saying is, I don't just think just because you play in multiple foreign countries that it just gonna automatically get you these brand deals. I think it's still gonna be about how can your persona and your brand, what you represent, resonate with the average person. It's still gonna come down to that person. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter what league they are in. It's still gonna come down to how does that person get themselves to resonate with the masses. Matter of fact, let me break it to the music industry for a second. Beyonce overall is a more popular person than Rihanna. But then Rihanna, when her Fenty stuff is way better salesman when it comes to products than Beyonce ever had. Beyonce products from Ivy Park to even the Sir Davis liquor and all that stuff hasn't received well by the public.
Mm-hmm.
But Rihanna Fenty deal made her a billionaire. Made her million billions over because from what I hear from many content creators and the average person when it comes to Rihanna, they feel like Rihanna, her personality is more relatable than somebody like Beyonce. They feel like Beyonce is more like I hate to say this word because, I'm really religious, but a godlike figure. So they don't relate to a Beyonce. They feel like Beyonce is like a actual queen.
Mm-hmm.
But when somebody like a Rihanna, they feel like Rihanna is the average girl next door. So they feel like they can relate to Rihanna. That's why her products always sell. But then Beyonce products don't sell like that because they feel like Beyonce don't really embody what her products she's selling, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yeah, like she sells Sir Davis like liquor, but people feel like, do Beyonce really drink that, or she really drink the rich stuff, like the Cristal and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But Rihanna, with her Fenty clothing, people in their mind feel like Rihanna, she actually wear that stuff. So I want to wear that stuff because Rihanna wear that stuff. So that's why I say it's always going to come down to the person and how the average person relates to that individual that it is whatever league trying to market somebody, or even if a team trying to market somebody, or even somebody agent trying to market that person. It's still going to come down to that person being the relatability to the average person for their brand to be international overall.
I agree with you, but here's the thing, and I'm gonna tell you before we get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is though, at least Beyonce and Rihanna got in the room. Some of these ladies in the W can't even get in the room.
That's true.
So I think what Elena is saying, in a sense, I'm gonna build this platform to at least try to get more and more of these ladies in the room. Now, what you do in the room is up to you.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get you there. And I'm trying to grow the popularity of women's basketball.
Now, before we get out of here, I'm going to throw a curveball at you. Did somebody already try to get them in the room, but in a different way? When Angel did that Victoria's Secret modeling show, ain't she going to get a lot of other WNBA women in the room? Because they going to start to try to model and stuff like that. And so they going to have to go a different path, but they can still get in those rooms without even playing basketball. So it's just like I said, it's still going to have to come down to the person.
Yeah,
it's
of
still
course.
Going to have to come down to, even if you get somebody like...
But Angel can open doors, and some of them people still going to get in the room and not be able to do anything, no matter what Angel said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like somebody, like my boy Zach, before you just cut my throat. It's like
I'm just saying the lady sound like she's trying to build the platform.
Like for instance, like Sophie Cunningham said she want to do the modeling show next year.
Here we go.
Do you think she's still gonna be somebody that people gonna resonate with, even though she's on a global stage like that? She just, her personality just don't scream like somebody that we would like. We still gonna hate her ass. You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
We might not like her, but I don't know what them people. I keep trying to tell. We always be in this U.S. fishbowl. You don't know what them people gonna do over in other countries. They different.
So you trying to oversee they MAGA too?
I don't know.
If they MAGA.
What I'm saying, look, what I'm saying is they don't care about MAGA. How about that?
They MAGA too. Goddamn. They gonna be speaking at the World of Nations with Nicki Minaj talking about, you know what I'm saying, the Christians and all that with Nigeria. Okay, I got you. Sophie, you got it.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here because if we start talking about, never mind. I'm just gonna say, I think I would say in closing, I think it's good for these ladies to have options. Of course, we don't know what this new Project B is going to unfold. It's going to start in 2026, and I guess we'll be watching. I don't know how we're going to be watching the ball, but I guess we'll watch how it unfold. Y'all let us know in the comments. How do y'all feel about Camila Cardoso and Janelle Salon and Lee Ming signing with Project B? Were you surprised? Were you shocked? Or did you see it coming? Let me know how y'all feel about it. Because it seemed like Camila gonna be playing a lot of basketball but we about to get up out of here. Y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the Full Court Trio. We out.
Peace.